Okay, focus, focus. We're here. Stand long. How are you today, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Great.
Great.
So we're here live in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte Cackalack.
Yes. And we would like to know more about your new book, the Blackbird Medley.
The Transformation of a Gangster. That would be me.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about the book.
Okay, Blackbird Medley is a story of myself, of course. It's an autobiography, some say memoir, of a story for me of childhood, growing up in a rough environment. Of course, a lot of people had that same story. But it talks about things that I experienced that some people may not have experienced, like being molested by women twice my age, at the age of 9 and 10 years old, going, of course, and getting involved in the drug game. I was in the drug game for a little while. It talks about that. It talks about a whole bunch of different aspects in life, moving from place to place and having to deal with a lot of different circumstances and, family issues. It has a lot of different things in it, and I would say that my book was written to touch age groups everywhere from, say, 18 to 45 years old. Maybe even a little older than that. It depends on, your era and what you went through in your life. But I love the book because it was raw, it's honesty. I didn't hide anything, and I think that people can take a lot away from it.
Okay. So what would you say your inspiration was for the book?
Well, actually, my inspiration was not even, it was kind of funny because I was in Virginia, and it's a scene in it about birds. A lot of birds appeared, and I won't give it away. But that kind of inspired me when I saw the birds, and I know that's kind of strange to want to write about your life based on bird scene. But that's kind of what happened. It inspired me to want to write a book and tell the story of my life. After that day, God kind of spoke in my spirit that I should write. And it became therapy, so now I understand why he said write it, because it was very therapeutic to write a book and tell about your pain. A lot of comics, they get on stage and express themselves about pain and the issues that they went through, and they do it through comedy. Well, I did it through a book.
So that
was my therapy.
Is that where your title came from as well?
My title, another interesting story, Blackbird Medley. The bird scene had everything to do with that. Blackbird is because of the bird scene, and Medley was the last name of my grandmother, so hence the name Blackbird Medley. And the transformation of a gangster is me coming from thugging and living the drug life and doing everything I was big enough to do in the streets to doing a transformation and kind of going full circle to a full-grown man, knowledge of self, and being actually a father, and all of those other things that normal people live to do at my age. So I thank God to be able to get to this stage where I could have a transformation. And I did it so that other people, in my realm of living could come and see something that I did and possibly want to do the same thing for their lives and know that it can be done.
Wow.
So, I'm just hoping that this book can inspire people and give them some motivation to, no matter how deep and dark you think your life is, no matter how far gone you think you are, you can still transform your life into something different with the help of God.
Definitely.
You have to have the help of God.
Wow. Well, Mr. Long, you sound like a very intelligent man.
Well, thank you,
I
man.
hear that the book is awesome.
The book is awesome. Go get that book, Blackbird Medley, A Transformation of Gangster.
Well, let me ask you this. Are you an avid reader?
I am not. Actually, I have to be honest. I'm not an avid reader. Never really was a big-time reader. I believe in reading things that spark my interest. I believe in reading things that have substance. And a lot of books these days don't have substance. So I tried to make sure I did that with my book. I wrote things in my life that had substance that could make a difference in other people's lives. I didn't tell a lot of stories because a lot of things that they didn't really have any significance to other people. And so I wanted those things to work out for me personally. So that's exactly how that went down.
Okay, great. So is this the first book that you have written?
First book. I'm a first-time author. Like I said, never was really a big reader, so never considered being a writer. But when God inspires you to do something, then you become just that. So that's what I decided to do. This is my very first book, and I have many others to come. I'm working on my second book now. It's called Damn It's Good, Is It Me? And that's for all of you guys that have relationship issues, and we all have them, and we come with baggage, and we're going to get those bags and put them down, and we're going to address our fears and our hurts and our pains, and we're going to become a strong family, because we need that in not just the black community, but especially the black community.
Okay. That sounds awesome. So it sounds like your plan is to give back to the community.
That's my plan.
So tell me a little bit about the community where you come from.
I come from actually the Washington, D.C. area. We call it the DMV. I grew up mostly in the Maryland, D.C. area, but Baltimore, when I was a child, I grew up there, as I think up until about 8. And then I was back and forth from Washington, D.C. I lived in D.C. when I was only 1, on Q Street Northwest. Shout out to D.C., everybody from the DMV. So now we did a merge. We call it the DMV because we have Maryland, D.C., and Virginia, which is excellent. So that's where I grew up, and I'm going to work on something now called the G. Medley Center. It's going to be something like a YMCA, except when you come there, you're going to have to actually do something like take a welding class, a carpentry class, or something that can further a career. And then you can shoot pool and play basketball and go swimming. So if you're over the age of 15, you're not going to be just funning. You're going to be doing a little work. But it'll help you in the long run because maybe you don't get a college degree. But you know, still be able to go out and have a trade and open up a business. And we're going to teach being an entrepreneur. You know, a lot of people teach you to go to college, but we're going to teach you what to do with a degree. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what my plans are. You know, I have a lot of plans to do a lot of motivational books and stuff. So people say, why would you put a book out about your life in a negative manner if you plan to do so much positive things in life? Well, that's because the media is going to bring these things to you guys anyway. So I decided I'm going to tell my story and let it be raw, and you decide for yourself whether you want to go forward with me. But at least you'll have the negative aspects to yourself, and I told you. So then you'll already understand that this is not where he is, this is where he was. Now he's a motivational speaker, he's doing other things, and this is what I want to bring to you guys.
Well, Mr. Long, this was an awesome opportunity to speak with you and just to get some great insight on what your plans are and who you are and what you're planning to do for the community and how people will be blessed from your book. And I want to be the first, I hope I'm the first to congratulate you. If not, I just want to congratulate you.
And I appreciate your congratulations. And make sure you go out and tell your friends about the book. www.blackbirdmedley.com. You can go to barnesandnoble.com. You can go to amazon.com. You can also go to iuniverse.com and pick up Blackbird Medley. And I hope you guys enjoy it. God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Long.
You're welcome.